What's going on, guys? It is the Lone Courier here, and I am here to bring you part 4 or 5, I think it's 5 now, of my Road to Gold series. And today we're going to be covering the Man O' War Assault Rifle. I know I said we're going to be doing the M8A7, but I just got this thing gold, and I really want to talk about it because this gun is amazing. It is truly amazing. Now, the Man O' War, I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea. You know, it's the high damage, low fire rate assault rifle. It kind of has a little bit awkward recoil, and it kind of feels a little bit awkward to some people, but in my personal opinion, once you get to grips with this weapon, it is fucking brilliant. And this weapon, it's a good all-rounder. It does everything way better than anything like the KN44. This weapon, way better than that. Now, the thing I recommend with this weapon, I recommend a specific specialist to use with this weapon, and that is Seraph with the Annihilator. Now, you may be thinking, but the Annihilator is so bloody awkward. Now, the thing is with the Man O' War is it may not have that accuracy for long range, but when you have your specialist charged up, you have the Annihilator to do that. Now, the Annihilator, I know that isn't is not everybody's cup of tea either, because the Annihilator is probably the hardest specialist to use besides the Sparrow. Now, the Sparrow's kind of easy for some people, but it's hard for me. But the Annihilator, dude, this thing is easy. This is easy street. Now, the thing with the Annihilator is it is a 6-shot hand cannon. You know the basics. It's 1 shot, 1 kill, all that good shit. The thing with the Annihilator, though, that you need to keep in mind is this thing has no aim assist, much like the sniper rifles. Now, to get to grips with the Annihilator, I recommend that you hit up the combat immersion of the campaign. You don't need to start any missions. All you need to do is go to the safe house, and then you can start the combat immersion. You can run a wave-based survival mode, and you can pick your class. Recommend using the Man O' War with the Annihilator as your secondary. It's a secondary in the campaign, not just a specialist. So yeah, it's an amazing gun, and the two of these weapons work perfectly together. I don't know why, but they just do, you know. And I also want to apologise for this gameplay. I know it's a little bit campy to start off with, but you know, I was trying to get my haters so bad. You know, I just realised I haven't dropped a hater on this game. You know, I haven't used it at all. So, you know, it's my first time trying to drop a hater. And yeah, you need to kind of play a little bit defensively with the Man O' War. It's not the best offensive weapon. This is more a general defense weapon. What I recommend with this weapon is for going for game modes like Hardpoint, Safeguard, Domination, ones where you can kind of sit back a little bit and just control choke points, which is great. This is what this weapon does perfectly. As you can see here in this gameplay, all these people are just jumping into the hardpoints, and I can just take them straight off it with the Man O' War, because this gun, it delivers this like unstoppable like wave of just heavy damage bullets. That's the great thing about this gun. I know it's a little bit scummy. It's not camping. I wouldn't call it camping. It's defensive gameplay. That's what I'd call it personally. But yeah, when you kind of sit back a little bit with the Annihilator and the Man O' War, those two just work perfectly, and you can get some really high streaks. Now, I'm not saying sit in a corner and camp there all game, but you know, if you're just going to kind of patrol an area, maybe just keep it under your control. That's easy enough to do with this weapon. Try and keep the combat situations outside of close quarters, because this weapon doesn't really do that well. Overall though, attachments I'd recommend you use the foregrip, quick draw, stock if you're into that kind of thing, but if you don't want to run stock, you better run rapid fire and a reflex sight. The rapid fire, fucking amazing on this gun. There's a specific reticle that I kind of enjoy on this weapon, and that is the kill frame campaign reticle that you will unlock. You only need to get roughly 150 kills with the reflex sight in the campaign to get that. I don't know, I just kind of like that reticle, you know. It's just a really great, it's really visible as well, so it's a lot better than the red dot sight. It's just a really good reticle, you know, because some people run the weird reticles, you know, like the fungus one and all that shite. And just, yeah, those are just really bad and awkward to use. But yeah, the kill frame's a pretty good one. Or you could just use the basic one, I guess. That'd help either way. But yeah, the Man O' War, it's just an amazing weapon, you know. Really strong gun. It's just so reliable as well. But one thing I recommend, though, is you pack a secondary. I'd recommend that you keep the RK5 as a secondary. It's a really good one. It works really well in close quarters. which is what the Man of War really doesn't do too well. Even if you have got rapid fire on, it will get outgunned by anything. So yeah, keep an RK5 as your secondary. That'll do wonders for you. It'll keep you alive if someone tries to rush you, as quite a few times it happens in this gameplay. So yeah, that Man of War, it's not the best in like really offensive rush based game modes, and it's not a rusher's weapon. Just keep that in mind. You will get annoyed and angry and just really raging if you try and use this to rush with, because it just doesn't do that, you know. It's not one of those things. But yeah, the Man of War, it's an especially amazing gun, you know. It's just so good. I really like it just because really brings back the memories of the HBRA3 from Advanced Warfare. And I know Advanced Warfare wasn't the best game ever, but yeah, the Man of War reminds me of the HBRA3, and I had some really good times playing Advanced Warfare. I know it's not the best game ever, but I really thoroughly enjoyed that game. And this gun reminds me of the HBRA3, brings back those good memories, so I like using it. But yeah, the Annihilator also requires this sort of laid back playstyle. Excuse me, I'm slurring my words. It's like I'm drunk. It's just I haven't even slept today because, yeah, I don't know why. But yeah, the Annihilator, it works really well with the defensive playstyle. In fact, that's the one you need to use for that weapon. Because yeah, it's got the lack of aim assist, so you can't really like bum rush someone with it and then just like pull it out of nowhere and get a kill. You can, but it doesn't work at all. You need to just let them come to you and you can get the kills really easily. Because it's not the most accurate thing ever, and it doesn't have aim assist, you know, as I just said. So realistically, you can't rush with it, or shit like this will happen. I'll show you a little clip. And that's just really annoying, because this specialist takes roughly 5 minutes to charge. So you really need to take your time when you're using this thing. But yeah, I think I'll just leave you with the rest of this gameplay, because it's a personal favourite of mine. Believe it or not, this was actually my first game on today, or the first game on since last night, because you know, it's like when I'm up late at night, I just go off multiplayer because I tend to get really angry when it's really dark. But I don't know, it just gets really annoying at times. And I took a break, and then I came back and played this morning, and I feel pretty refreshed. So yeah, been a good game. The Man of War is definitely one of my favourite guns so far. I say this every single part, but really the Man of War is something special. I love it so much. I loved it during the beta. It's changed a bit since the beta. I think some things have been tweaked and some things have been adjusted. This also had a buff a couple of months ago. It increased your accuracy, I do believe, or it increased the ability to control the recoil of the weapon. So I didn't really notice a difference. It just feels like it's a bit easier, like a wee bit easier, not by much, probably just by like a hair. It's a little bit easier to control the recoil on it, but it's not too much. But yeah, the Man of War, fucking beast. I recommend you use it. It's a beast in hardcore as well, but it's even better in core. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It's been the Lone Courier, and I will bring you the next part, and that will be the M8A7. I promise you that. So yeah guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been the Lone Courier. Peace.